So, hello everyone, and welcome to our monthly MBH board chat with our CEO, Callum, Laing, and myself, your host, Lisa Maynard-Atem. Got some really interesting topics to cover today, so let's get into it. Hi, Callum, how are you?
Very good, Lisa. Sorry we missed last month, but looking forward to this month.
No problem at all. It was great chatting to Vicky. So, no, it's great to see you. Anyway, I thought we'd kick off, as I always do, with awards. I'm actually running out of cards now, Callum, because there are so many. Actually,
Yeah.
a whole new pack for 2023, but two of our principals are award winners. So, David Hunter won CEO of the Year at the Taxi Summit Awards, which is absolutely fantastic. And Vicky, who I think has won so many awards that I've lost count, won Businesswoman of the Year at the National Business Women's Awards. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I think our principals are just absolutely smashing it at the moment, which is just fantastic.
Yeah, they are. No, it's great. I mean, MBH is winning awards, companies are winning awards, individuals are winning awards. And from your background is obviously marketing. What do you how do you see this like helping the individuals and the companies? Where do you see the sort of benefits that we get from all of these awards?
I think for me, the benefits is how it inspires the people that they work with, the people in their teams. I know that whenever I see that, one of the principals has won an award, or somebody in a case has won an award, or you've won an award, I do find it very inspirational. I just think it's really great. It's just fantastic. And it just gives that kind of feel good factor. I think at the moment as well, there's a lot going on in the world that isn't so positive. So to see that, I think is really, really inspirational. I think that's the key thing for me. It's how it inspires others within the organization. And it just reinforces the hard work and the commitment, because there is a lot of work that people don't see that goes into these organizations. And as David said in his speech, he's nothing without his team. It's not just about the CEOs, it's about the incredible teams that they have behind them. So I think from a kind of marketing point of view and a branding point of view and a messaging point of view, I think it's a really strong message.
Yeah, I think that's what I think it's a bit that often gets overlooked. I think people do often think of it more as an external thing, like our clients will be pleased to see that we're award winners, but actually it's the pride of the team that makes a difference. So, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. So no doubt we'll have more awards to talk about next in the next board chat. But no, congratulations to both of them. Continuing the theme of leadership, something I'm very excited about, because obviously I joined as a board apprentice, is we're going to be having some more apprentices join the board. So I thought I'd like to talk to you about that, because it's really, really exciting.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think the Board Apprentice Programme has been a huge success for us. I think it's added a lot of depth to the board and different opinions, which is, of course, the whole idea. Neil is our current board apprentice and has been, I mean, despite sort of every weekend being off winning awards or having babies or stuff, he still seems to find time to talk to the principals and has been sharing strategies with them around how to deal with stress and high performance environments and things. So that's fantastic. And yeah, it's something we've talked about for a while, is adding a couple of junior members to the junior sounds yeah, that's probably not the right word, but under 30s anyway. So get a little bit of, because we're all focused on the future. This is very much, we're looking for a multi-generational MBH to be a multi-generational business. All the companies we're working with have got younger generation coming through, and so I think it'd be great to have that. We've got one male, one female coming through from a couple of businesses in the group, so they'll be starting next year. And look, as always, I mean, we kind of sell it on the fact that we're giving them experience, but the reality is that on the board we get to learn just as much as they do. So yeah, really looking forward to having them on the board, and hopefully it inspires some of the other younger members in our teams to strive for higher stations. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I'm really excited about it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting them and them joining our meetings. Next, I wanted to kind of touch on, obviously, giving back is something that's really huge within MBH. And obviously there is a rather famous world sporting event taking place at the moment, which I thought would be a good opportunity to talk about some of the charitable things that we do within MBH. Like 3Ks, they support a local youth football team. And I know a number of the other businesses do the same as well. So I thought it was a great opportunity to kind of talk about that.
Yeah, look, we posted something on social media about it the other day. I think, one of the things that we've talked about a lot when it comes to ESG is that small businesses are often doing very cool things in their local communities, but they don't see it as being ESG. And part of our challenge is trying to communicate that to our investors so that they can see what impact these businesses are having in their communities. And look, most of the time it's nothing more more contrived than, it's somebody's kid that happens to play in these teams. They need some money for shirts, and so MBH sponsors it, or Guild Prime sponsors their local teams, and so there's that. There's disadvantaged kids at sports teams, so it might be, or sometimes it's somebody in the group had cancer, and so suddenly that becomes a charity that company sponsors, and half the time we never even find out about it. It's only kind of like through just random conversations that we hear that these very cool things are happening within the communities. But yeah, I thought with all of the controversy going on around the World Cup at the moment, it was a good time just to highlight that actually quite a lot of our companies help sport at a very grassroots level, for no other reason than they just want to help and support their local communities.
Yeah, well, it's a really fantastic thing. So yeah, I see them as well. They're like little LinkedIn posts popping up saying they've sponsored this or they've done that. But it's really, really nice to see. And like you say, it's fully in line with our ESG strategy. So it's absolutely fantastic. Something that's coming up is a live webinar that you're going to be doing. I know you can't give too much away, but I was wondering if you can give us a little taste or an idea of what you'll be sharing in that webinar.
Yeah, look, I think this is it's an idea we've been trying to formulate for a while. Is that we've got an amazing amount of stuff going on in MBH. There is a huge amount of business knowledge within MBH. We've got some incredibly talented business owners. They have a wealth of knowledge there. At the same time, sort of on the outside of the group, we're meeting a lot of very smart investors and fund managers and retail investors and investor relations people. And oftentimes what I'm trying to do is help bridge that gap and provide learning. And we have Vicky running the women's leadership program. So there's a lot of these cool things, and a lot of them are moving towards educating people. We've got the leadership program for the young people and various others within the group. So there's a lot of this stuff going on, and really the idea behind the webinar is, look, we've also got a lot of people out there who like what we're doing, but don't really know how to engage with us. So what we're going to do more of is start putting out content for people that are both interested in small business, but also interested in investing and learning more about that space. Take some of the great stuff that we're doing internally and just make it available for other people. So we're sort of playing around with a few ideas. There'll be a couple of surprises on the webinar, but that's the idea, is basically to give another conduit for people to get closer to MBH, to learn more. And I mean, I think we do quite a lot, but there's always scope for more. And I think there's clearly interest. I mean, we are recording this, what is it? I don't know what date it is, but I think we've already had like 11,000 people have registered for that webinar, which is just crazy. So yeah, it's going to be fun. So if you haven't registered already, make sure you go to LinkedIn, go to the MBH page, go to events, and register for that. And I'm in a conference in Thailand, so I'm going to be doing the webinar from a hotel in Bangkok. So hopefully the internet's working with all those people. So it'll be fun.
No, I think it's really good because I think we've had conversations before, and I've said I follow quite a few people on social media who are kind of giving information and sharing knowledge about investing. There's a real appetite out there for it. So I think it's the perfect time to do something like this. So I will definitely be joining. So yeah, looking forward to it. And then I just thought, actually, usually I ask you if we've got anything coming up that you can share. And actually, we do have a little bit of something that we can talk about because we're going to be kind of changing things up a little bit with these videos for 2023, which I'm really, really looking forward to. So it's not always going to be you that I'm talking to. It's going to be talking to like a mixture of people as well, which I think is quite exciting.
Yeah, so I think what we were kind of looking at is we get lots of very positive feedback from these videos. Thank you. So that's great to have. But I think there's an opportunity for you to be talking to other board members, talking to the principals, and then I think we can potentially do a kind of a separate video series, probably not every month, but maybe every couple of months or quarterly, where I drill into the numbers a little bit more behind what MBH is, what are some of the trend lines that we're seeing, and a little bit more kind of number focus. Whereas, yours and mine, it's a nice, fun chat. I look forward to it. So I'm gonna miss those chats, but I think the idea is just to kind of, again, part of this biggest wider strategy, which is to provide more content for more people depending on where they are on the journey and how they want to interact with us. So looking forward to it. I think between these few things, we have a lot of stuff planned for 2023 already. It's going to be a fun-packed year.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So yes, I'm kind of looking forward to that, speaking to the different principals and introducing our community to all the amazing people that are actually within MBH. That's going to be fun. Anyway, thank you very much for your time today, Callum. I look forward to our next board catch-up, which will be in the lead up to Christmas. So that'll be exciting. That'll be interesting.
Find out more today at mbhcorporation.com.